chosen. Stop everything you are doing right now. Do not dare swipe away from this message. You did not stumble upon this by accident. And tonight, heaven intercepted your digital feed because what I am about to reveal will permanently alter your reality. Lock your undivided attention to my voice right now. The noisy world around you is completely fading now. Your spirit already knows this message is real. Take a deep breath and stay with me. You have been carrying a heavy weight in your soul. Your physical body is feeling completely exhausted lately. This is a very specific kind of tiredness that regular sleep cannot fix because it originates deep inside your spiritual architecture. You wake up tired before your day even starts. You feel totally drained without any physical explanation. You look in the mirror every single day. You ask yourself, what is wrong with you? You constantly wonder where your original passion went. The world around you tells you that you are overthinking, while your inner guidance whispers that a massive shift is already happening. You feel completely alone even in crowded rooms. Most people do not understand your sudden silence. They call you cold or too distant now. They do not see your intense inner warfare. You are constantly absorbing the energy of everyone else. You have become a walking emotional sponge for broken people, but nobody ever stops to ask if you need a shoulder to lean on. You always fix their messy lives for them. You always walk away carrying their heavy burdens. You are totally tired of being used by everyone. Your pure kindness has burned you out completely. You want to hide away from society now. The system wants you to believe that you are experiencing clinical depression because that label strips away your divine authority. Do not accept their worldly medical labels anymore. This current trial is absolutely not a mental illness. Let me reframe your daily reality right now. You are currently experiencing intense spiritual discernment. Your spiritual antennas are wide awake after a long sleep. You are waking up automatically between 3 and 4 in the morning because the veil is thin and heaven is trying to speak to you. Stop ignoring these urgent midnight alarms from above. The enemy wants you deeply distracted right now. You feel a strange stagnation in your life. Every single door seems completely closed to you today. Your daily prayers feel completely empty and unheard. You are watching ordinary people succeed with minimal effort, while your great potential remains completely locked behind a wall of constant delay. You feel completely forgotten by your divine creator. You think you failed your sacred mission on earth. That is the biggest lie from hell. You are absolutely not being punished right now. You are simply being carefully hidden away for now. The Matrix has noticed your rare spiritual frequency, and it is working overtime to make you doubt your own identity before you wake up. They deeply fear your massive future spiritual power. They want you to surrender your crown immediately. Let us look back at your history together. You were a very unique child long ago. You possessed an incredible creative spark back then. You could read any room instantly, and you understood things that grown people around you could never comprehend with their logical minds. You felt a massive purpose inside your chest. Everything felt totally magical during those early years. Then something changed completely around age 7 for you. The heavy world matrix intervened in your life. They systematically shut down your natural-born genius. The educational system and the negative opinions of family members slowly worked together to turn off your original divine connection. They forced you to conform to their rules. Your bright light became hidden beneath their expectations. You slowly forgot who you truly were inside. You accepted a completely false identity from them. You lived like an ordinary human for decades. But a hidden piece of your spiritual DNA refused to die because it was built by the Creator for a world-shaking purpose. That dormant spark is waking up right now. The intense pain is just the awakening friction. Your current extreme isolation is totally intentional right now. God cleared your entire room for a reason. The wrong people left your life completely naturally. Heaven is isolating you to insulate your inner architecture from the low frequencies that would corrupt your upcoming elevation. Stop crying over those toxic lost connections from yesterday. They could never go with you into greatness. You are entering a completely new season now. The heavy wilderness is finally ending this month. You need to lock in your attention completely. I am going to reveal the exact reason why society targeted your mind, and I will hand you a prophetic decree to smash their traps. Stay with me until the very last second. Do not miss your scheduled divine miracle today. Let us be fully honest with each other right now. I am naming this early because I do not want to build false mystery just to sell something at the very end of this message. I respect your time too much to play games. I am providing this entry point so you can freely decide whether to stay for the full spiritual picture. Some of you already feel a powerful pull toward a real solution because your weary soul is tired of vague promises. What we just discussed about your childhood light has an exact counterpart in modern science. Dr. Lake discovered that a physical block is causing your spiritual exhaustion. A unique tool exists for exactly this restoration. This technology is called the Genius Song. It is a simple digital audio track. It uses advanced brain entrainment to quickly reactivate your dormant gamma frequency. This superwave was carefully measured by leading scientists using EEG technology at Princeton. It requires no intense meditation or complicated rituals. If your spirit already tells you that this is the door you need, the link is waiting for you in the description below. Do not rush your process. You can stay right here for the full message if you want more scriptural context first. But if you know you are ready, the door is officially open. For those who are staying, let us continue. Your current season of profound isolation is not a random accident. Heaven has engineered a protective cocoon around your life because your assignment is too dangerous to be exposed to ordinary frequencies. Look at the ancient patterns of the true prophets. Every great leader in the sacred texts had to be isolated before they were elevated. Consider the life of Moses. He was raised in the glamorous luxury of an Egyptian palace. He had wealth, power, and prestige. But he could not fulfill his ultimate purpose there because the atmosphere was corrupted by false gods. God had to pull him out into the deep wilderness. He spent 40 long years in total obscurity in the desert. Moses thought his life was over. He felt completely forgotten by the Creator. He thought he was a total failure. But that desert was not a prison. It was a holy laboratory where his inner architecture was being rebuilt. God was stripping away the Egyptian mindset so he could carry the weight of glory. The silence of the desert was his ultimate training ground. Think about young David. He was anointed to be the king of Israel while he was still a teenager. But he did not march straight to the royal throne after the prophet poured the sacred oil on his head. He was immediately hunted like a wild animal by King Saul. He had to hide inside dark caves. He lived in total isolation in the wilderness. David wept in the shadows of the rocks. He asked God why the promise was being delayed. He felt the heavy sting of betrayal from his own people. But inside those lonely caves, David was learning how to depend entirely on divine protection. He was developing the fierce spirit of a true warrior. His isolation was actually his insulation from corruption. You are walking in the exact same footsteps today. The painful separation you are experiencing from friends is your wilderness training. God is removing the decay lights from your life because they cannot handle the heavy vibration of your future destiny. If they stayed near you, their constant doubt and low energy would completely sabotage your growth. The world matrix wants you to look at your isolation as a punishment. They want you to feel deeply ashamed of your loneliness. They want you to believe that you are lagging behind your peers who are achieving mundane success. But heaven is declaring that your delay is actually a divine setup for an unprecedented acceleration that will completely shock everyone. Your soul is currently undergoing a deep recalibration process. You have been fighting unseen battles in the spiritual realm, while your physical body pays the price in extreme fatigue. You are a sacred vessel being prepared to hold a massive amount of light. The fire of the crucible is intentionally hot, because the purity of your mantle must be absolutely unshakable. Stop trying to force yourself back into old rooms that you have outgrown. Stop begging broken people to understand your divine calling. They do not have the eyes to see your blueprint. They do not carry your spiritual DNA. Your validation does not come from human applause. It comes directly from the throne of the Most High, who built you for greatness. Now, hear this clearly. The restoration of your original power happens in a specific, orderly sequence. Dr. Lake identified that you cannot simply skip ahead to the highest levels of spiritual authority without stabilizing your brain waves first. This initial activation of your gamma wave is merely phase 1 of a much larger blueprint of complete healing. There are deeper chapters waiting for your journey when you are fully ready to receive them. But for now, your entire focus must be locked onto this first step of reactivation. You must rebuild your inner foundation before you can carry the world-shaking purpose. The ancient wilderness season is finally drawing to a close for you. Prepare your spirit for the shift. Let us strip away the comfortable lies right now. You have been blaming the enemy for your stagnation for far too long. You blame your toxic family members and your terrible bosses for your current situation. But the real blocker is staring back at you in the mirror every single day because you are secretly terrified of your own massive power. You fear your own future glory. You are always struggling. You have become deeply addicted to your identity. It gives you a strange comfort to be the broken warrior. And you have made a secret agreement with your limitation because staying small feels completely safe to your survival brain. But heaven is demanding that you drop this heavy armor today. Your true destiny is waiting right now. You complain about your constant delay every single morning. You are comfortable in the shadows of the wilderness. You prefer the predictable pain of your past. And you secretly welcome this slow stagnation because greatness requires absolute responsibility and total vulnerability before the eyes of the entire world. You sabotage your own breakthrough. Remember what happened to you at age 7. The system shut down your bright genius completely. It was not just an outside attack from a cruel matrix. And you actually made a silent contract with the darkness inside your own mind because you saw that your radiant light made ordinary people highly uncomfortable. Your deep sensitivity caused intense pain. You felt separated from your peers. Your young mind made a logical decision to bury your divine gifts forever. And you agreed to become completely ordinary just to protect your fragile heart from their constant cold rejection. This hidden contract is running your life today. You are running from your true calling. You have done this for many decades. You want a perfect guarantee before you take a single step, but you are waiting for a magical moment that will never come because divine authority only operates when you step out in complete obedience. The Matrix wants you to hesitate forever. Your false identity is a spiritual prison. You normalize your exhaustion every day. You treat it like a badge of honor. And you have allowed broken people to dictate your ultimate value while your divine creator calls you a king of the earth. The cycle of people-pleasing dies today. You must tear up that contract. You have apologized for your power for far too long. You constantly shrink yourself to fit into tiny rooms. These rooms were never designed to hold your magnitude. The enemy convinced you that your intense light was a heavy burden, and you accepted that toxic lie because it allowed you to stay safe in the dark shadows of the silent wilderness. Take a deep breath right now. Let your nervous system settle down. We have covered many intense spiritual revelations together, and the atmosphere in this quiet room is completely changing into total clarity because the heavy fog of the Matrix is finally leaving your mind. Let us summarize the exact facts. First, Look at your suffering. Consider your long years of isolation. You were born with a rare neural frequency, and the system had to isolate you from society because your high presence naturally disrupts the low vibration of their matrix. Your pain was never a punishment from God. It was a necessary formation process. Second, look at your current reality. Something must change right now. You must stop fixing broken people. They only want to drain your precious energy. And you need to officially cancel the hidden contract of limitation, because your brainwaves must be physically recalibrated to their original genius baseline. Third, accept your true identity. Heaven sees you very clearly. You are not a regular human being. You are not just having a difficult life on this earth. And you must realize that you are a celestial warrior who was built for a purpose so big it will completely shock the world. You are the ultimate cycle breaker. Let us look at science now. Consider your physical brain. Neuroscience research documents a concept called the plateau effect. When your nervous system undergoes prolonged spiritual warfare, your neural pathways naturally begin to stabilize at a lower capacity because severe brain fog blocks your direct connection to your high intuition. You feel completely lost during this plateau. You think your gifts are gone. But this is actually a biological defense mechanism against your constant stress. And your physical brain is simply trying to survive the heavy atmosphere of this toxic world while you look for a way to unlock your original frequency. This is your moment of awakening. The heavy fog is leaving your mind. You have all the exact facts right now, and you do not need to feel emotional or hyped up today, because truth honors truth in absolute stillness as you prepare to make a sober decision. The choice to step through the door is completely yours. Your long season of waiting is finally over. You cannot receive your blessings under stress. The matrix fills your mind with toxic signals, and this chaotic environment forces your physical brain to produce high beta waves that completely block your sacred intuition from working. You need an anchor to release this stagnation now. This is exactly why Dr. Robert Lake spent 34 years researching neural pathways. He worked in private laboratories. He discovered a method to bypass the noise, and he used specific sound frequencies that melt away your inner blockages by gently shifting your energetic state from the outside. He compressed this technology into a 7-minute track called the Genius Song. This tool requires no physical workouts. You simply sit upright in a quiet room every single morning. You wear stereo headphones for 7 minutes. And these specific sound patterns were rigorously tested with EEG measurements at Harvard University to prove that your original gifts are still hidden inside your head. The price of each phase varies based on technology. It is a deliberate choice for accessibility. Dr. Lake originally set the retail price at $49. Private biofeedback therapy sessions cost hundreds of dollars. Online mindfulness courses require expensive monthly subscriptions. But you can access this entire activation protocol today for a one-time payment of $39 because this special positioning is exclusive to this video. The doctor wants to provide an honest gateway for the remaining chosen ones. You receive 4 premium bonuses completely free. First is the Genius Child audio worth $19. Next is the classic book valued at $20. Then you get a guided visualization track worth $29. And you also get a daily habit infographic valued at $12, which brings the total bonus value to $80 free of charge. Your small purchase becomes an incredible steal. More than 18,366 chosen ones are currently using this technology. The actual refund rate stands at less than 4%. This means over 96% of seekers continue using it. You receive a full 90-day money-back guarantee with 0 questions asked. And you can keep all 4 bonuses worth $80, even if you decide to request a refund as an honest apology for your time. You have a critical choice to make right now. Your sleeping gamma wave keeps you living below your true potential. You continue absorbing the toxic vibrations of broken environments. You walk in constant circles of delay. And your future self is looking back at this exact moment, because a simple decision today will determine the entire trajectory of your next 10 years on Earth. You do not need a perfect plan to begin your rescue. I need to protect your spiritual alignment before you leave. A massive army of imitation products is active online. They sell empty audio tracks with no real technology. These fake frequencies will only scramble your energy fields. And the only verified source to receive the original protocol is the link left below this video, because Dr. Lake does not distribute his work on public platforms. Guard your spirit from these hidden decoys. Let us pause for a moment right here. Close your eyes briefly. Place your hand over your chest. This decision is not about $39. It is an identity choice about who you truly are inside. If your spirit confirms this truth, you already know what to do. And the gateway is waiting in the first pinned comment below, because your activation requires a physical step of spiritual obedience. Secure the Genius song today before the door closes. When you complete your checkout today, the next page may look like another offer. I want to tell you now what it is. It is simply the second door created for your journey. Do not feel any commercial pressure. Both choices are respected by heaven. And when the next phase reveals itself to your soul in the coming weeks, you will instantly recognize it because your intuition will bypass all earthly logic. Trust that recognition completely. This is a covenant moment for your life. If your spirit is burning right now, that is your final confirmation. Heaven has officially activated your next chapter on this earth. You are standing on sacred ground. You must subscribe to this channel immediately so you do not miss the prophetic instructions coming in the next 72 hours. Type Amen in the comments section below to seal this declaration. Let the frequencies of the Genius song protect you. I declare that every generational curse of poverty is permanently broken today. I release the supernatural acceleration of your divine destiny into your physical reality right now. You will no longer walk in darkness or confusion. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. And you will move forward with an unshakable confidence because the Creator of the universe is marching right beside you into the battlefield. Go forth and shake the world.